How many of you self-custody your Bitcoin? Okay, and how many of you don't? Okay, so, all right. How many of you self-custody your Bitcoin but don't really know what your wallet's doing behind the scenes? You kind of just go along with it. Okay, sweet. So there's something here for everyone. From if you have never self-custodied, if you have but you don't know how it works, we will cover that. So firstly, Bitcoin and trust. The key problem that Satoshi fixed was the problem of trust, because banks need to be trusted to hold our money. But of course, as we all know, history is full of breaches of that trust. And yeah, Satoshi created Bitcoin so that we can own assets in our own custody. We do not need to trust any third parties. And here's one of my favorite Satoshi quotes. It's about banks holding our money. They need to be trusted, but they lend it out in waves of credit bubbles with barely a fraction in reserve. So they're not actually holding your money for you. They're only holding a fraction of it. Cool, so what is self-custody? Every Bitcoin belongs to a wallet. It lives inside of a wallet. And this is either your wallet or somebody else's wallet. So a custodial wallet is when someone else holds your coins for you. That's most commonly in exchange. So if you're from South Africa, you likely use Luno or Valor. They hold your Bitcoin in their wallet. You trust them to hold your Bitcoin. A non-custodial wallet is when you hold your coins in your own wallet. And here are some examples. We've got Blue Wallet, Green Wallet. We're going to jump into those later. And we've got Sparrow, which is developed by a South African who is over here somewhere. And we've got hardware wallets as well. So we'll jump into this a bit later. This is a physical storage device. And this is also a non-custodial. Cool, so basically self-custody just means that you are the owner of your Bitcoin. You're not trusting anybody else to store it for you. And then self-custody is really important because of big mess-ups. I'm sure everyone's familiar with FTX. $8.9 billion in customer funds were lost, and Mt. Gox was one of the earliest ones. They lost 750,000 Bitcoin, which today is how much, Mr. Byron? $30 billion. $30 billion today. So if you trusted someone with your Bitcoin, you're in trouble. So yeah, trusting other people is a bad idea. And why would you trust someone else when you can take true ownership of your Bitcoin? That's the technology Satoshi gave us. So that's why self-custody is important. Now, I wanted to run through a wallet demo. So if you everyone who wants to follow along could download Blue Wallet. If you go to bluewallet.io, right here, then you can click on App Store or Google Play, and we'll run through the whole process. And even if you do have a wallet, we'll show you how to back up your seed and import it into another wallet. So that's quite a useful lesson. I'm going to give everyone like 5 minutes. If you want to download it, go ahead. And yeah. Or you can just search it on the App Store, on the Google Play Store, and you can find it. You got Blue Wallet. Okay. Just trying to see how.
Can you maybe say why you like Blue Wallet so long?
Yeah. I'm one of those people, if something works and I've used it for a long time, I stick with it. So there's a lot of wallets out there, but I've always used Blue and I've always loved it. And it's also really simple. Whenever I get on board somebody, I pick Blue because they make the whole user experience really easy for beginners. And yeah, we'll run through that all. They don't, no. You have to like import your own Lightning wallet with them. They used to have Lightning, but not anymore. Okay, so does everyone who wants to run through it have Blue Wallet ready? Or?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry?
Can I get a QR?
A QR, like a QR code? If you just go to bluewallet.io, you can see it, or you can search it on the App Store or Google Play. Yeah, that's right. Next time I'll put a QR code. Now I know. All right, so who does have Blue Wallet and is going to follow along? Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. Sweet. So first you want to get Blue Wallet up and running, and then what you want to do, you should be in this screen here. You add now to create your first wallet, then you make sure Bitcoin is selected. So there's your Lightning option, but you need to like import through your own node. And you give your wallet a name. So main wallet, my first wallet, my Bitcoin wallet, whatever you want. And then we click on create, and then you should see a seed phrase. Okay, so Blue Wallet will then generate your seed phrase, and this is something you need to write down, keep it somewhere safe and somewhere private. This is the most important step when it comes to securing your Bitcoin. This seed phrase backs up all of your coins, and we're going to discuss that a lot more later. And then once you've written this down, you don't have to write it down now, because this is just a demo wallet. Don't put Bitcoin in this wallet when you're in public. Just going to say, okay, I wrote this down, and then move on. Cool. So now you'll see your wallet in the home screen. If you click on it and click on receive, there is your Bitcoin address. So you can now start receiving Bitcoin. If any of you are ready, I'll send one of you Bitcoin. Is anyone here with me for a demo? Now everyone wants to follow me. You're ready? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here you've got your Bitcoin wallet, then you click on receive. There's your address. Now I need to go. So I've clicked send on my end. I scan this address. Now I have this Bitcoin address, and I'm going to send. How much Bitcoin do you want? One. It's out of my budget, unfortunately. Cool, so I'm just going to set an amount.
Since you're not using a Lightning and there's a clock, so will it transact easily, quickly, or it's going to take time?
We'll wait for one block confirmation. Yeah, so can we settle on 10,000 sats? Is that fine? Cool. Done. So yeah, so I've gone ahead and sent Bitcoin, and now
Now it says pending.
perfect. So yeah, so Bitcoin sent to that address.
Sorry
Yeah.
to stop you.
No problem.
Apologies. I'm a little bit behind because I have got connectivity issues.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, when you pick your Vault Lightning with Bitcoin,
Yes.
which one do you pick?
Yeah. So you select Bitcoin.
Okay, just
Cool.
to make sure.
No problem. Yeah, and then you name, and then create, and then you'll have your seed phrase. I don't think we have time to write them down, but when you get home, write that down.
Just a question.
Yeah.
Once you see your 12 words, like you see your 12 words,
Yeah.
and hypothetically, there's no way ever to go back and kind of
To see it again, you can. So in Blue Wallet, you click on the wallet, 3 dots, and then where is it? Export backup. Yeah. Now this seed phrase has Bitcoin on it, so I hope I haven't showed anyone. But yeah, So you show me your Bitcoin address, which I sent some Bitcoin to, and any Bitcoin sitting in that address is yours because you have the private key, the seed phrase. So yeah, you're the true owner, you're the self-custodian. Cool. Now, for beginners, the most important thing to understand is seed phrases and addresses. Yeah, take a photo of that seed. And there might be a present there later. Yeah. So the seed phrase is the 12 words you would have written down, and you store that somewhere safe and private. And that's the address. So she showed me her address, and I sent Bitcoin to that. If I go... You should think of your Bitcoin address like an email address and your seed phrase as the password, and here is why. The Bitcoin address is used to receive Bitcoin, and you can make it public. You can post it online if you want. No one can steal your Bitcoin with just the address. It's similar to an email address where that's used to receive emails, and it can be made public. You can make your email address public without risk of hacking that. Your seed phrase is needed to spend Bitcoin. You need those 12 words to use your Bitcoin, and it must always be kept private. Anyone with your seed phrase can spend your coins. So that's why I'm saying if you're in public writing down your seed phrase, not really a good idea. Someone could peek over your shoulder and yeah. Cool, and then your password for your email address is needed to access your account. That should never be made public, and anyone with your password can send emails, just like how anyone with your seed can send your Bitcoin or steal it. Again, I'm really going to emphasize how important the seed phrase is. It's the holy grail. It can be thought of as your Bitcoin. It is your Bitcoin. Those 12 words are your Bitcoin. If your wallet disappears tomorrow, if Blue Wallet disappears, your seed phrase is needed to recover your funds. You should assume that your wallet will break or you will lose it, and you'll need those words to get your funds back. And also, like I said now, anyone with your seed has your coin, so you want to keep it hidden. And always store it offline so it's harder to hack. You should never screenshot or take a photo of your seed phrase or put it in Google Docs or in Notes or anything like that. And that's where these devices come in as well, which we'll touch on later. These generate your seed phrase offline, where with Blue Wallet, we generate the seed online. So this is far more secure. Okay, now we're going to do a bit of an exercise. I hope you can, because I've sent you Bitcoin, you can help me here.
Yeah.
Bitcoin wallets are just a way to interact with the Bitcoin network. Again, the seed phrase is the most important thing. You can import your seed into different Bitcoin wallets, and they will all access the same Bitcoin as long as you have the same seed. So let's assume Blue Wallet's off your phone tomorrow, and you can't get it back for some reason. You can simply download another wallet, Blockstream Green, from the App Store and recover your funds.
Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, please. If anyone else who is following, you can also download Blockstream Green. And I'll give you 5 minutes.
Cole, sorry man,
Yeah.
I hope this is not too high grade. Like, some other wallets, you have a code card saying 12 words is 24.
Yeah.
Is 12 enough? Is 24 overkill? It's just obviously double the number to remember or write down.
Yeah.
So I don't know what your opinion is.
Yeah.
12 versus 24.
So 12 words is enough. I would say 12 words definitely is enough. But I like to be a bit more safe. So I do 24 words because I'm superstitious. So just to be extra sure. There's no reason to have 24 words. 12 words are just as secure. But it's quite complicated because you can reverse engineer a public key with 128 bits, which is the same as 12 words. So at the end of the day, 12 words secures your Bitcoin. If you want to brute force a seed phrase, then the 24 words is much more secure. I'm not sure if that makes sense. It's quite hard to... yeah.
Here's a practical question. I mean, have you trained yourself to remember all 24 in your head, or do you rely on a seed plate or something else?
Yeah, I don't have them in my head. So, but yeah, for my stack, I prefer 24 words. but it's overkill. You don't need 24 words. I think Trezor does 12.
Yeah.
Trezor does 12 words.
Only model 1 has 24, but the newer models are all 12.
Yeah.
Or you can set up a share backup, which is like lists of 20 words.
Yeah.
You can use passphrase if you are worried about like 12 words not being enough. But
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. 12 words is enough, though, I would say. Cool. So, does anyone?
What is passphrase?
A passphrase is like you have your original seed phrase, then you can add some extra words on top of that, which act as like a 13th word on top of your 12. So you need 12 words plus the passphrase. Together, that unlocks your wallet. So it's kind of like a 2 of 2 multi-sig almost, but not really.
Is the passphrase linked to the wallet or the device, or is it so if you need to reload it on another device, would you still need your passphrase there as well?
Yeah, but we're talking about it. We're not talking about a password like to passphrase. Yeah, yeah. So you would need your 12 words plus a passphrase to re-import that into a new wallet. Yeah.
I've downloaded.
Okay. Sweet. So now, if you just open Green, you can follow these steps. We need to set up a new wallet, add wallet, and then we're going to restore your seed phrase.
Restore wallet.
Yep. And then now your seed phrase from Blue Wallet.
Yeah.
Did you write that down? Okay. So now you want to import those 12 words into Green.
Okay.
So just no one look over there at her seed phrase, please.
I'm gonna look at my writing in the dark. Can you read it to me?
No.
Cool, yeah. So basically what we're doing is we're importing the seed that we generated in blue into green. Funny names, they've all named after a color, but
You have both at the same time.
both wallets, yeah, at the same time, yeah. They'll
Because they're just representing the same address.
the same seed phrase, yeah.
Different. Okay.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, wallets are just a way to communicate with the Bitcoin network. Bitcoin knows this guy, this Bitcoin belongs to this seed. If you have this seed, you can spend the Bitcoin, and wallets are just a way to basically interact with that. Yeah.
Yeah, coming back to the passphrase thing and recovering it. So let's say I have a Trezor and I put a passphrase in there and I recover it with green.
Yeah.
Green will ask for my passphrase.
It doesn't know you have a passphrase.
Yeah, indeed. So it's
Yeah.
just a word, right? Like you don't need the passphrase if you have the words.
You do need the passphrase. So your 12 words are a wallet in itself.
Yeah.
And if you have a passphrase on top of that, the 12 words will act as a normal wallet with 0 Bitcoin. You need to import the 12 words and the passphrase to unlock your wallet, if that's where the funds are, if that makes sense.
It's two different wallets at that point.
Yeah, it's 2 different wallets. So
How about the thing?
for like the Trezor device itself,
Yeah.
that's you don't need that at all. That's just to unlock the Trezor itself, and the Trezor will store your words, but not the passphrase.
But the passphrase then somehow is like connected into your private key then.
Yeah. So how it works is it takes your 12 words and the passphrase and it joins them together, and that makes your private key. So you need both components to make the private key. So these 12 words have a passphrase set to 0, like it's blank. And so those 12 words plus blank is the wallet that Blue gives us. Every single possible passphrase unlocks a different wallet. So if I put my passphrase as, if I just put one extra word as ARM or something, it unlocks a separate wallet. If I go ARM E with an E at the end, that's a separate wallet. So your wallet has no way of knowing which one's correct. You just have to import the correct one, and then it will pick up your balance.
Cole, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
On Blue Wallet, okay, so if you follow all the steps now, you can send your receipt.
Yeah.
But let's say you haven't written down the receipt frame. Is there a way that you can go back once you're in the wallet to
Yeah, you can. So if you just click on the wallet itself, do you have Blue Wallet there? Yeah, so, oh yeah, so you don't have a wallet set up yet, do you? Yeah, so first create one. And then you can always, Blue Wallet stores your seed phrase. So you can always refer back to that.
Most wallets, when you say import, will give you, and you put in the 12 words, you do the forwards, does it ask you for an option to say, do you want to add a seed,
A passphrase. Yeah, not all of them. You just need to use a good wallet for it to ask that. But if it doesn't, the only option is to find a wallet that will. So,
Sorry, I can't read the last bloody word I wrote.
do you want to, if you go back to Blue Wallet,
Yeah.
and then 3 dots, and then, yeah, I can't. Then export backup. So those are your words there at the bottom. Render. Oops. Yeah.
So since we are importing from Blue Wallet into Green, my question is, all the wallets, the mobile wallets do that, or is it a particular wallet like B39 or something that you can also, if you lose your wallet on this one, and for instance, Blue Wallet's no longer working,
Yeah.
and you get your Green Wallet, so you're using that one, is it all the wallets that does that, or specifically certain wallets will do that?
Yeah. So it is certain wallets, but most wallets support BIP39 seed phrases. So basically, not all wallets will use 12 words like this. Damn it. But most good wallets nowadays that people will recommend to you do support that. So, sweet. Cool. Have you set a pin? Are you in the, let me see where you are now. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, if you were setting up a wallet, you'd have to set a pin quickly and then continue. It would welcome you, whatever. And then you're far ahead of me now, so go one more. You're here, right? Your wallet's ready.
Correct?
And do you see the Bitcoin there?
I do.
So you've got how many sats there? Was it 10,000 I sent?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Must be decimal, which is supposed to be one.
oops. Okay, but yeah, so the reason we do that exercise is to show you that the seed phrase is the most important thing. You had the seed phrase in Blue Wallet and in Green, and they both access your Bitcoin. If, for those of you who didn't receive Bitcoin, unfortunately, there's another way to verify you have the same wallet. You can go like this, open Blue, show your addresses, and then here's your Bitcoin addresses. Every time you receive Bitcoin in one of these addresses, it appears in your wallet. And in Green, you click Receive, More Options, List of Addresses, and here's the addresses that belong to that seed phrase. And as we can see, I imported the seed into both wallets, and we got some matches here. So that matches that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and so on. So that's how we know both wallets access the same Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah, you just check those three because you know once you have like three, you know the rest is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't have like separate wallet addresses in these two.
Yeah. They'll generate the same addresses. Yeah.
Let's say you put a passphrase now in Green Wallet, that changes this list.
Yeah. Exactly. Completely new wallet, so new addresses. That's right.
Will you lose your funds if you just randomly add a passphrase if you already have a wallet?
So you're saying if the 12 words has Bitcoin,
Yeah.
and then you add a passphrase,
Yeah.
the funds won't appear in there, but the funds aren't lost if you still have your 12 words, right? You'll just have to re-import with the 12 words.
Different passphrase.
With,
The old one, yeah.
yeah, with the correct one. So, yeah. Sweet. Yeah, so again, just to emphasize that any Bitcoin in Blue Wallet would appear in Green because they have this same seed phrase. I'm really knocking down on this seed phrase thing here. It's so important. Different wallets, same seed, same addresses, same Bitcoin, and we saw that in her wallet. Cool. Now, here's some technical stuff you don't really need to understand. Yeah, it's not really that important for beginners, but Bitcoin uses public and private key pairs for sending and receiving. Public keys are used to receive Bitcoin, and when Bitcoin is sent to a public key, let's say my public key receives Bitcoin, only the corresponding private key that relates to that one can spend that Bitcoin. And the seed phrase generates all these technical keys you need, and that's why the seed phrase is the Holy Grail. Cool, yeah. So again, the seed phrase generates these keys for you. Public key receives, the private key sends. The public key must be made public, and this can be kept private. And your wallet handles all of this. Blue Wallet does all this technical stuff for you. Don't even worry about it. Don't stress about this stuff. As long as you understand your seed phrase is the Holy Grail. Sweet. So now hardware wallets. I have emphasized the importance of seed phrases, I think, and the fact that they're used to access your coins. Your job as a Bitcoiner who self-custodies their funds is to secure your seed phrase as best as possible. And so we have hardware wallets are designed, they're physical devices that are designed to secure your seed phrase and therefore your Bitcoin. And here we have the Trezor 1, which is the first ever hardware wallet that we've got someone from Trezor at the back there who luckily gifted me a Safe 3, and we're going to run through a quick demo of how this works. Oh, one more thing. So Blue Wallet that we set up now was on my phone, right? Everything was done online, so it stores my seeds online, making it at greater risk of being hacked. Online storage is known as a hot wallet. The Trezor is a physical device, which we're going to generate our seed phrase, our 12 words, offline. This thing does not connect to the internet. And this is far more secure because it never touches the internet, and this is known as a cold wallet or cold storage. And we're going to run through a quick Trezor demo just to show you how that works. I've got a fresh one here, so we'll do an unboxing as well. I do, yeah. We've got a camera over there, so. So yeah, this is it. Tiny little thing. And this secures your Bitcoin. Twitter is at Call to You.
Call what?
Call to You. And Southern Bitcoin is on YouTube. His name's southernbitcoiner.com is the website.
Cool, another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, are you going to also be speaking about ways of storing your seed phrase? Or is that going to be covered by Nick?
Not today, no.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Would you recommend, are there any online content that you created about it? Or
I'm trying to think.
would you be able to give any advice to us?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't have anything online, but what I would suggest is a seed plate, a metal plate, and then you punch your words into that. They sell them at Trezor.
Yeah, I'm good as well. Crypto steel is good.
Crypto Steel, yeah.
Now we have Trezor Keep Metal, so we do our own physical backup solution.
Yeah.
But I would recommend probably BTC Sessions probably has coverage of these.
Yeah.
And Jameson Love has a lot of reviews, so that's also good to check out. Maybe I'll show you some sources.
Cool. Would you like to help me with this, Joseph?
Do you have Trezor Suite?
I've got this here.
Yeah, just.
Cool.
Yeah, always download from Trezor.io. And just type it out because there are many phishing websites that even pay for the ads, and the browsers don't care that much. So just go to Trezor.io to download the official and the only one app called Trezor Suite.
There we go.
Trezor Suite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trezor Suite.
Trezor
It
Suite,
works
yeah.
on Linux as well.
You can also use the suite for web. You see the button there, so you can use like the web version as well. Yeah. And only access that through this website, because there's also like phishing websites that try to get your seed to type it in.
Question. Can you initialize a new seed on a Trezor with like Sparrow, or do you have to use Trezor Suite?
Yeah. It follows the same standard, BIP 49. So you can set up the wallet on Trezor and then recover it, for example, on Sparrow. Or you can use actually Trezor with Sparrow as the UI, as the interface.
Do you have to go through Trezor Suite first to start the device, or can you just turn the device on?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Not real sure about Sparrow. Some of the other like interfaces allow you to download the firmware, I believe, but it's best to do it in Suite.
Alright, so I've powered up my device here and it says get started at trezor.io/start. So here we are. And what's it going to tell me to do? To download Trezor Suite, which I've done. So we've already done that. Here is Trezor Suite. And I'm going to confirm this. And connect my device. It is already connected, so...
Alright, maybe try like unplugging and plugging in.
Yeah. There we go.
Alright, maybe it's a faulty cable. Or do you have to maybe like allow it somewhere in settings?
Where would I go? Do you have a Mac or?
I do. You can potentially try it on mine, but or can you try like different ports?
Yeah, let's. This is the presentation.
Can I ask a question quickly? So if the suit came from online, but the device supposedly stays offline, how does that work? Encryption on the device, how does it stay protected from?
I can do that one. So the Trezor itself stores your, earlier we talked about private and public keys. The Trezor itself stores the private keys, which are needed to spend, and it exports only the public key onto your computer. So the private key itself or your seed phrase never touches the internet, only the public keys which are allowed to touch the internet. So we'll try it on.
Yeah, we can try a different cable. Do you have different USB-C, USB-C? If you don't, I'll just unpack.
I've got, this is straight into.
Yeah. Sometimes the cables are tricky. So
let me quickly. How much time do we have? I think we're out of time actually.
Yeah, let's just quickly try this.
Okay. No.
If it's not the cable, then something with the computer maybe.
You know what, I'm also going to restart this quickly.
Yeah, and try the different cable as well.
Carl, while you're restarting, can I ask another question?
Yeah, sure.
So my question is, earlier you showed that device. I'm not familiar with the device. You said one that can generate seed phrases offline.
Yeah.
Okay, which is that something that you would recommend? Could you speak a little bit about it?
Yeah, so we set up Blue Wallet and we generated our seed on our phone.
Yes.
And now the problem with phones is they connect to the internet and things that connect to the internet get hacked. The Trezor, it generates that seed phrase offline on the physical device itself. So that's the best way to secure your Bitcoin, because everything happens offline, and when it doesn't connect to the internet, it can't get hacked really. So
there's actually a different, am I correct in saying there's actually a different seed phrase for Blue Wallet? Wait a minute, there's a different seed phrase on the Trezor to what's in the Blue Wallet.
well, you can
They're two different
import.
wallets.
Sorry.
They're two different wallets.
The same seed phrase is the same wallet. So I can import the same seed into Blue and into Trezor, and they'll be the same wallet. But if I generate a new one on my Trezor, then it will be different wallets. So as long as you have the same seed, you consider it the same wallet.
Yeah, and I will definitely recommend against like generating the seed in a software wallet or a mobile wallet and then importing it into Trezor, because then you lose the security benefit of actually generating it on an offline device. So if you work with the hardware wallets, whatever they are, generate the seeds on the hardware wallet, on the device.
Move the funds or restore a wallet.
Yeah, then you can, like, this is the safest way to generate the seed.
Yeah, but then let's say you had something in your Blue Wallet, now you created a new wallet, new seed phrase, then do you restore?
Then you would have to move it in a prep transaction to just send it to yourself on the address that you generate with the Trezor. But I wouldn't restore the wallet in the hardware wallet. Yeah.
Okay, well I think we're out of time. 12:20 is the next session. Is that right?
All right, it worked. So it
Yeah.
was the cable probably, or
I think I needed to restart.
Oh, okay.
And but yeah, set up my Trezor, and we'd install the firmware. We'd create our seed phrase offline on the device, and then that wouldn't touch the internet in this process, and our Bitcoin would be a lot more secure than it was in Blue Wallet or Green or anything online. So yeah, this ends at 20 past, right?
Just
Okay.
a quick question. The words would be generated on the actual design.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and it will be shown on the device screen, not on the computer. The computer doesn't know anything about the seed.
Yeah. So yeah, everything's offline on this device, and then it would export our public keys onto the computer so we can start receiving Bitcoin and building transactions. And then when you need to spend the Bitcoin, the Trezor, you plug it in and it signs that transaction offline. So the key never has to touch the internet. Yeah.
What happens if the Trezor crashes?
The Trezor crashes. You have your seed phrase backed up. Firstly, hopefully you have that backed up, and yeah, and then you can just import that seed anywhere. You don't even need a new Trezor. You should get one if you want to have it offline.
Ideally, you have to put it on another Trezor to keep it secure.
To keep it offline, yeah, that's right. But if you're in a rush, you can always import it into Blue or Sparrow or Green Wallet to wipe those funds.
Then there's no point because you can get hacked. That's what
Yeah, yeah.
But let's say you import it into Blue and then you send it somewhere else, like where
okay,
they
then
say.
you do another transaction to another Trezor.
Yes, for example.
Yeah, let's say you're in a rush, right? The Trezor gets stolen. You quickly recover it into maybe Sparrow Wallet or Blue Wallet, just so you can move them somewhere safe. And then when you get your new Trezor, generate a new seed, and then everything's offline again. Sweet. So yeah, thanks everyone.
It's lunch break now. There's no other
Lunch break.
session.
Oh.
So for those, maybe if you want to carry on, those can go to lunch, or others. Otherwise, we can
Okay.
stay.
So what?
It's an hour
What
lunch
time
break.
are you on? 1:30.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think
Oh.
it's lunchtime.
I thought we. Well, I'm happy to stay if you guys are. So let's go ahead with this then.
Paul, can I just ask, when
Yeah.
you send money from the Blue Wallet to the Green Wallet, did it cost you anything?
No, because yeah, we didn't send Bitcoin. We recovered the same wallet that already had the Bitcoin. Because we had the same seed phrase, which is the same wallet at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I mean, if you
Yeah.
to me and you scan my QR code to give me,
Oh,
will it cost you anything?
yeah, it will cost me.
And how much is it? Is it a standard fee? How does it work?
It depends. It's based on supply and demand, because block space is limited. Everyone's competing to send Bitcoin. It's the most secure network in the world, can cost quite a bit. So at the moment, here's some average fees. You might be paying between $1.50 and $2 for that transaction.
Or what does it not matter on the transaction side?
It does, yeah. This is just an estimate. Alright, so I'm just installing firmware onto the Trezor itself.
I have a hypothetical question.
Yeah.
It's going to fall out my mouth as I'm thinking of it. If you have a wallet that was created before KYC days and you import your seed phrase into like a Luno, how do they check for blacklisted?
Yeah. Well, Luno's not a wallet. It's like an exchange. So you couldn't import your seed phrase. You would need to send them Bitcoin. Yeah. So
And they're not concerned about it.
they probably are. About what?
About the origin of Bitcoin.
Yeah. So most most exchanges will use chain analysis firms like Chain Analytics, so they can track you moving backwards, but there's privacy tools out there that can prevent that. But yeah, I don't know what Luno uses. It was Luno.
You wouldn't be able to import into Luna anyway. It would have to be a wallet like Green or Blue.
You can send money to.
Okay, but if I used a seed phrase from a device that was old,
Yeah.
then I would only be able to put it onto a wallet that's not an exchange.
Yeah, so exchanges they don't work like wallets, so you can't import that. If you're wanting to send to the exchange, you have to send like how I transacted with you. And if something, chain analysis firms can pick something up if something dodgy happened.
I think she's asking like
Okay.
import into Blue Wallet, not
Yeah.
KYC.
Does it remain non-KYC?
Or does it get flagged, or does it get...
Oh, okay. No, doesn't get flagged. Blue Wallet doesn't have your ID information or anything. It's just software, so no.
But like if I may add, you can like watch out for mixing like non-KYC and KYC coins. So for example, you have like the Trezor, you exchange cash for Bitcoin with some locals. That's the way that it should be done.
Create a separate
Then you buy some Bitcoin on Luno with a KYC. If you withdraw Bitcoins from Luno to the same wallet, to like a different Bitcoin address, but it's the same wallet with the same account, then those coins can basically mix, and Luno then sees like your other coins. So, for example, in Trezor, maybe you can show that you can create like different accounts and name them, label them. So then, for example, you label one account as non-KYC, second account as a KYC, and that's how you keep track of what you have, and it never makes it.
Is it then separate wallets with different...
It's the same wallet, it's the same seed phrase, but there's like a account hierarchy. You can create that in wallets like Trezor.
Okay. So now we're at the point on the Trezor where we can either create a new wallet, which will generate a new seed phrase, or we can restore the wallet. So if we had your Blue Wallet seed, we could bring it into Trezor and we'd have those funds. But we don't want to do that, because that seed's been online. So we want to make sure it remains offline, so I would create a new wallet and then do a standard seed backup. And then on here, I'm going to confirm that I want to create a wallet, create wallet, and then just loading up. And I need to click create backup.
Yeah, now it's going to take some time because you have to actually write it down, and then it checks that you actually did write it down.
Okay.
It's not like Blue where you just confirm it. Now
Yeah.
actually pass it.
Yeah.
You actually have to do the work in this one.
Yeah. That's good though.
Because,
Yeah.
compared to Blue, Trezor doesn't like show you the words again ever if you confirm that you have written it down.
Ah, yes. Because I know on the Blue one, if you go there to show my details and so on,
Yeah.
it gives you your 12 words there. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trezor is designed to store lots of Bitcoin, right? So it's good for them to confirm that you've written it down. Like Blue Wallet, I think it's better if they do confirm. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
Maybe
better
you
practice.
Can show, like, if you do the skip backup in the button,
Okay.
then yeah, red button, skip backup. You can set up the pin, because then it screams at you that the wallet hasn't been backed up. So you always have it in front of your eyes that you actually need to do it.
But you can actually see your, you can check your seed phrase, right?
Just, well, you can check it. There's a write down recovery, so you can write down the words on the device, and it only tells you if it's a correct recovery.
Yeah, yeah, so you can like test yourself.
You can test it.
Yeah.
But that's a once-off.
It only, well, once off is the device actually showing you the words. But when you have it written down, you can test that the words are correct.
So if you misspelled it, you screwed.
If you misspell it, if you just misspell like one letter, you would still be able to find out which word it is, because the list of words, of possible words is just 2048.
Yeah. So there's 2048 possible words. So
It will suggest the word.
yeah, if you spell it wrong by a letter, just look at the list and you'll see, oh, it's very similar to this.
But then technically with the blue wallet, if somebody gets hold of your phone and, well, you need to know a PIN, but they can see your 12 words, they can get hold of your PIN.
Yeah, if they steal your phone, yeah.
That's why you don't want to keep it.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons, yeah. But you can, of course, put a pin on Blue Wallet. Blue Wallet doesn't ask for that, but if you go into settings, then security, you can add a pin just in case someone gets physical access to the device.
Yeah, so you enter the pin
Yeah.
in here. Alright, setup complete.
To access suite.
Yeah, and now you can see standard wallet.
Cool. So
Now you can see at the top that the wallet is not backed up, and you need to go through the process of writing down the words and checking it.
yeah, so let's do that. Let's create a backup.
But this I find interesting because you just clicked on the cross that you didn't want to add a passphrase, but it says passphrase enabled. So if you recover your words now and it will ask for your passphrase,
There is no passphrase.
there
Where?
is no passphrase, but that's the passphrase.
Oh, passphrase enabled.
Yeah, we need to change like some of the wording here.
Yeah.
Because the passphrase is
Because this is confusing.
non-existent, but that
Yeah.
means it is existent. You chose.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't put a passphrase, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the wording could be changed there, but the passphrase is it's set to 0 basically. It's set to nothing, blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could probably
This is more
be-
like a checklist of what you can actually do. So the backup your wallet isn't checked, the discrete mode isn't checked.
Yeah.
I guess this is more like passphrase, like option.
Yeah, I think it's saying like I have chosen the option not to put a passphrase.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
the wording can be that, right?
Yeah.
Let me just take a photo.
Yeah.
I'll
Well, it
recommend that.
stressed me out the other day because I know I didn't have a passphrase, but it says passphrase.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
So now, it obviously, does it generate a list of addresses associated with your seed phrase? It doesn't need to connect at any time to the internet or to the to get that list of addresses. Is that right?
yeah, that's right.
So it can generate because it knows the protocol. What is it? BIP30.
BIP 39.
39.
Yeah.
It can generate those addresses offline, and they will work on the blockchain.
Yeah. So yeah, the answer to that is the Trezor actually exports something called an extended public key. And with that extended public key, that generates a whole bunch of child public keys, and those generate the addresses. So it's like quite confusing. But basically, you're only exporting one public key to the computer that mathematically it will always generate the same addresses. So yeah, it will be able to generate those addresses offline.
I thought it got those
From the device.
from the network.
Oh.
But it doesn't get those from the network.
Yeah, it's from the public key itself, which is will be stored with Trezor Suite. Cool. Yeah. So let's back up this wallet.
Can I just ask you about this backup
Yeah.
process?
Sure.
Can you just explain what happens? I mean, does it get backed up? The seed phrase gets backed up if you lose it or whatever, or you have to recover it, or something happens with the device. Now you this is saved on a server somewhere? Or
Yeah,
what?
good question. So
Backup.
think about it like this. The Bitcoin network knows with cryptography which public keys or addresses can be used with which private key. It's math, right? 2 + 2 is 4. Bitcoin knows the math, the cryptography. So when you say backup seed, you mean you're backing it up yourself, you're writing it down. And then when you use that to spend Bitcoin, the Bitcoin network knows which private keys can spend which public keys, basically. So it's something the Bitcoin network already knows. It doesn't really store it, if that makes sense.
A different question. I think my understanding of what's happening here, we create this backup. I'm not clear on what it is, what it's doing.
It sounds like a cloud backup.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Writing it down is backing it up. So
This means you have to take a user takes a piece of paper. Correct.
and write,
Yeah.
yeah,
This is what this means.
yeah, exactly. Or putting it in steel, that's a backup.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, you're not backing up on the cloud or
You're not creating a copy.
What you do here.
well, you're creating your
You
own.
shouldn't take a photo of it. You shouldn't write it down in any like note app, stuff like that. It shouldn't be on any computer ever or phone.
So this backup now, is it gonna display us 12 words?
Yeah,
The device,
It's
not
busy-
the computer.
Oh, it's busy generating this now.
yeah. Well, let me check these boxes. So first I say I've got enough time. I don't know if we do, but anyway. You're in a safe, so yeah, this is important. We're not really in a safe place, but I'm not putting Bitcoin on the seed because all of you are probably going to see it. And then, yeah, I'm responsible, and then create backup. Now I move to the Trezor. And now it's giving me a reminder to never make a digital copy. So the point of this device is to keep it offline, the seed, back it up offline. So I'm going to click, I understand.
Create a new unique combination. Once this demo is over, you reboot.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
copy it, and set up a new one.
So yeah, I'll wipe it and then create a new one. So show words. Now I'm going to get my words. So I don't know how to show everyone, but here's my first 3. So I've got, do we have a pen and paper, someone? Oh, you know what? Actually, I'll do paper.
Let's stamp it in seed, right? I mean, metal right now.
Did you bring yours with? You didn't bring your plates with you?
No, I did not.
A lot of times when you explain to people something like this, then they ask, what if I forget where I put the paper? What if I forget where I put the steel plate? Where I go mental? Like what then?
Don't use that. That's your.
Yeah, but some people like literally
Then
go
you lose the
mentally
access.
ill and then they lose it. Then you have to go.
Then, like, I recommend for Bitcoiners that are really serious about Bitcoin and have like substantial amounts of Bitcoin to think about like heritage solutions, so like inheritance.
Yeah.
So, and there are like people that cover that like much better than I ever would. Pamela Morgan is a lawyer from the US who is like specialized in this. And you can find like resources on inheritance planning with Bitcoin. It's good to put like to inform your family members that there is some Bitcoin, and if something happens to you, that at some place they can find like the map to recover the Bitcoin. But it's not. You should never like put the seed words itself into, for example, the last will or stuff. You can put the information that there is some Bitcoin, and you can find more information in like a safe deposit box or something like that.
And multi-sig, that would be something like
Yeah,
that.
multi-sig, shamir backup. Like this is like the basic way of hardware wallet self-custody with the 12 words, but you can improve it through multi-sig or shamir backup. You can set up a multi-sig with multiple Trezors, or you can mix the vendors. So you can have a multi-sig made up of a Trezor, Ledger, Gold Card, for example. Yeah, and then you have to keep track of where are the keys and yeah, stuff like that.
Just from a security perspective, how easy would it be to hack the wallet if you make your 12 words public, but they don't know your passphrase?
Without the passphrase,
It depends.
depends on the strength of the passphrase. If you have a really good passphrase, and we have a blog post about that, like how to create a good passphrase, then it would be impossible to brute force, or it would take like million years. If you have a passphrase of 1 to 3, which is possible, then it would be brute force pretty much immediately.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have a bad passphrase, then your funds are gone. Cool. Yeah. So I wrote down 12 words.
You could just, effectively, hypothetically, you could just remember one word.
As your yeah.
I know,
Yeah, but like the thing about passphrases, since you actually really need it to recover the wallet, it's not just the seed phrase anymore. You actually need the passphrase if you have set it up before. I recommend to treat it in the same way as you treat the seed phrase. So write it down somewhere, or better, stamp it in steel, and keep it separate from the seed phrase. Because then it acts as a protection of the seed phrase. Because if somebody takes a photo of this, they can steal your Bitcoin. But if there's a strong passphrase set up on top of that, stored somewhere else, then they cannot steal that.
Sweet. Yeah. So I've got my 12 words here, and now I'm going to continue.
And then you'll never see them on the screen again.
Yeah. Continue. And now I'm getting a test. Okay. So give me a second here. So basically it's asking me what each word is. What is my 6th word? It's join. So I select join and then do it for all 12. So who asked about 12 or 24 words? Was it, I think he's gone. But this is 12 words.
So Trezor, this one only works when you are only 12 words. With physical words, you can't use Trezor to recover.
24 words.
Yeah, you can recover 24 words in all the models. Yeah, but by default, like the newer devices will give you a seed of 12 words on it. But you can recover the 24 word seed on it as well.
On the new device, or
Yeah,
only
you can.
on the old ones.
You can recover the 24 word seed on this.
On any
as
device.
well.
Yeah.
On all
Yeah,
devices.
just when you click restore instead of create seed, it will give you the option.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah.
To choose 12 or 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
choose more than one, or create more than one passphrase?
Yes. You can
Yeah.
have as many passphrases as you want
Yeah.
with the same seed. Yeah.
But your seed plus passphrase 1 makes one wallet, and your seed plus passphrase 2 makes a completely different wallet. So make sure it's backed up. Okay, yeah, so we're done here. So this lets us recover our funds, never take a picture or a digital copy, because then this thing, what's the point of having this if it's online? And then store your seed securely and never share it. And yeah, that's our Trezor setup. We've just got discrete mode, which just hides your balances. So if I'm in public, like I am now, and I had some Bitcoin on here, I would use that, I imagine.
There's a Wi-Fi is tricky problem.
Yeah.
That's why it's not loading. But maybe you can show the dry run recovery. Do you know where it is? It's in settings.
Settings.
And then device. And check backup.
Check backup, okay.
So this is where you can check that like this list is actually corresponding to the wallets that are like in the device.
Yeah. So that's going to take a very long time for me to type. So we won't do it now.
Can you show us where your public key is?
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a way to see the public key? Or
You start receiving now.
I guess it is if you go to accounts.
Oh yeah, to receive the public key is for nodes. So you just need to click receive on over here, and then
Not sure without the internet access.
Yeah.
But maybe go to the accounts.
let me try restart this quick.
You are connected, right?
Yeah, the Wi-Fi is a bit not so lacquer. Yes.
Standard.
Sorry?
The Wi-Fi signal might be a little.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
it's,
don't worry about it. Let's. I've got here if we need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
advance and receive.
So even if I click on Bitcoin here, then I'd click receive, and there's my address.
Yeah, and the device will show you the address, and it's a very good idea to check like what you are seeing on the computer screen and the device matches.
But you don't need the device at that time.
Yeah, you don't need it, but it's better to just double check and make sure. If that makes so you click receive here, you'll see your Bitcoin address. You have the option to also check on the device to make sure they match and to make sure it's correct. Because again, computers are the problem because they connect to the internet. If someone somehow installed malware on here that's feeding me the wrong address, which happens to be their address, I can double check it on the device. The device is the source of truth, basically. So I have a
it's not something you're going to send funds to like every other day because then you have to like plug it in. And
Yeah.
But like if you're putting stuff in cold storage once a month or something, then you check on both.
Yeah, just double check it. Yeah, for big amounts. I don't check it ever. But don't say it. I didn't say that.
So just to confirm, so if you sending some Bitcoin from like Luno to what your
Trezor.
Trezor,
Yeah.
so and then it obviously generates the address that you need to send it to. That address always stays the same.
You should generate a new address for every transaction.
Okay.
You can reuse the address, but it's like for multiple reasons.
It's bad for your privacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a good practice.
Yes.
For some other reason, I have 60 seed phrases. Can anybody reset this?
60?
I don't
Six.
know. When I set up my Trezor device, I did something, I don't know. So I need to confirm all these things.
Yo. I think you'd have to.
Yeah, but can you help me to reset this to factory whatever?
Yeah, I'm sure we can. And then you'd probably have to load every seed to see
Oh no.
which one has funds on it.
No, I don't have any funds on it.
Oh.
No. I was just trying to set it up so that I can move my money from the exchange onto this.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so I'm still trying to figure this out.
Yeah. Oh, so you can reset and create a new seed.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay.
If you can help me.
Yeah. Sure.
Transfer anything into there.
No, absolutely nothing.
So there's a possibility of wiping everything up and starting afresh.
Yeah. Wipe the seed that's on there and.
And those seed phrases that.
Yeah, I'm not going to use them because they're so long. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can.
Yeah, I want you to help me
Sweet.
learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe just have some time just to chat
Yeah.
very high level around UTXOs.
Yeah.
I still can't like wrap my head around it because I hear people talking about like you're sending small amounts all the time, and then in a couple of years when Bitcoin is at the moon, then it's going to be hard to move those coins. Or yeah, if you can just touch on that.
Touch. Okay. Have you seen?
What you should and shouldn't do.
Yeah. Have you seen my YouTube channel at all? Because I've got a video on there. It's so hard to explain it without showing you as step by step, right? I show you in Sparrow Wallet, but basically the problem is that every time you spend Bitcoin, obviously there's a fee, right? And Bitcoin is priced per storage you take, per the amount of space. So if I have Bitcoin in 10 addresses and I'm sending them to one address, it's going to take a lot of space because I'm sending from 10 to 1. That takes more storage. If I send from 1 to 1, that takes less space. So if you have a whole bunch of UTXOs, then it's going to take more space. And if those UTXOs have little bit of funds in each, then
They could be trapped there because the fees to move it is then.
it's higher than the actual, exactly.
How do you convert it into like one? If it's sitting at 10 at the moment.
Yeah. What wallet do you use? Have you tried? Do you go on your computer at all? Like you don't use Sparrow? Okay. What you could do is you send all your Bitcoin to yourself to a new address, and then that's going to combine all your UTXOs and send them to a new one. But Sparrow makes this a lot easier.
So what I did is I had Ledger, and then this whole debacle around Ledger.
Yeah.
I bought the blockstream Jade or whatever.
Okay.
I transferred all from, I don't know if I did the right thing, but I went from there back to Luno, and then from Luno to the.
In one go, or
Yeah, yeah.
from okay, then you've got one UTXO then,
Okay.
because a new UTXO is made every time you transact. So if you send from there, all in one batch,
Okay, so you mean if you're sending small bits to one wallet all the time, that's when it starts.
that's when you get lots of UTXOs. Yeah. So you're sorted already, actually. If
Even if you use the same address, you create a new DXO with each new transaction.
So would it be better to like stack until it's a nice, decent amount, and then you send it over?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, there's a bit of trust involved. You have to trust Luno.
I know that's.
Yeah, that they don't rug you, but yeah, I would advise build up a bit of a balance
And then send it over.
and then send. Yeah, never don't buy 500 then withdraw.
Yeah.
Like that's going to cause you problems. I don't know what a good amount is though. Some people say X, some people say Y. I don't know.
I
Maybe
usually
2 grand.
recommend 1 million sets. That's should
Point
should-
0.01.
1 million sets.
Yeah. So
So
that's
it's $4,000.
Eight.
No,
8,000 rand, I think.
It's $400.
$400.
$400.
Yeah.
So 8,000 rand.
Yeah, I think that's it. Do you have your computer here? No. No. Okay. You're gonna have to trust that I'm not a hacker. Then I'll do it on my computer.
And then